Garden update, February 2019. This is a big garden. Shit, let's go look at it. Okay, we're gonna try and make it concise because there's just too much to cover. So this is our A block, the original garden, and we've got some capsicums growing here, lots of beetroot that it's just been thin, some old broccolis just hanging on there, and some new beetroot. A lot of weeds in this garden, they've just popped up in the last 2 weeks. Some red Indian corn, wow, not doing so well actually, and more red corn. Some weedy old beds with a couple of dead cabbages and some self-seeded broad beans. Now we get to a neater part of the garden. We've got carrots, purple carrots with bird netting on top, and down here we have lots of good white turnips, yummy turnips, heaps more red beetroot because the kitchen loves it and they're so easy to grow. And zucchinis for Africa. This is like, wow, there's zucchinis here and zucchinis as far as the eye can see, and then this bottom row here is all pumpkins, which are growing in, pumpkins and squash, which are growing in some of the kitchen compost. What have we got here? It's a pumpkin, okay. And there's heaps more here, pumpkins, and zucchinis. Okay, let's do next. So yeah, more zucchinis, like 2 successions of zucchinis, which are all going at the same time now. A couple of beds full of mustard just to hold the space and fix nitrogen while we're waiting to put something else in there. Some cucumbers climbing up the trellis, which Pete built the trellis, and there's the cucumbers. There's the cucumbers. Oh, there's a cucumber. Cool, it's made out of net, bird netting. Seems to work. What else have we got in this central block? A couple of empty beds, some borage surrounding some eggplants. Hello eggplants. Everything just looks the same, eh? It's all just green. What else? Okay, C block, we got more capsicums, gold beetroot, my shadow, and some rainbow silver beet, or rainbow chard, whatever. 4 different varieties of radish surrounding some fennel, which they're collecting the pollen from in the restaurant, and it's also attracting beneficial insect predators like parasitic wasps. There's some radishes. Hello radish. And here we have some beds with some more capsicum in them. Not many, not all of them survive, maybe half of them, so we've put sorrel in between, which has just gotten a bit sunburned, and we'll put out some new leaves soon. But the capsicum's looking alright. Very late in the season for these guys to be this small, but that's how it's been. What else have we got? Green Mizuna, red Mizuna went straight to seed, and then a pig patch that's been flooded out by a dodgy sprinkler, so there's not a lot growing here. There's a lot of rocket dying, more mustard, more zucchinis, etc, etc. Now we'll come up D block here. At the bottom we've got the latest row of turnips and radishes, some orange carrots and a net should come through, and little baby golden beetroots, and this was a pea trellis. Nothing's growing in there at the moment. Some zucchinis that really didn't do too well, but they've still put some out. This is our narrow little D block. Sprinkler head. Hello sprinkler. We have 13 sprinklers. And this is more mustard at the top of E block, followed by chives, basil, parsley, and kale, which we bought from shops. All of these herbs here because the restaurant insisted that they wanted them right now, so we bought them, and here they are. It's kale. Looks good. Let's just get an overview. Oh, some lettuce. Overview. Here's our fancy irrigation setup. Lots of plumbing went on to make this happen. And under the bucket we've got fancy irrigation timer. And here is the road splitting the two halves of the garden. So we've got the half that you've just seen in a van, and a cush doing something. And this is the road in between. So down this side, these are where the potatoes came out of, the first lot of potatoes, and there's all those herbs in there now. These beetroot are almost done. Kumara. I raised all these babies in my bedroom throughout the end of winter, except for the other half of them, which we raised in the hothouse later on. And the kumara are doing well. Look at these beautiful kumara. There's lots of them. Chefs just used some of the leaves the other day and they loved it. Creamy, they said. Okay, the other side of this block, we've got a whole lot of empty potato beds that we've just been pulling cooch out of. Oh my god, cooch grass. And there's our weeding plants. Then we've got rows of carrots, onions, carrots, onions, carrots, onions, carrots, onions, carrots, onions, and more carrots. All of which was pretty much a paddock 2 weeks ago, and we've spent the whole time just pulling out grass because, well, yeah, it just reverted. So that was a bit of a mistake, and a lot of the onions haven't done so well because of it, but some of them are okay, so we'll see. And then we've got baby little G block down the back, which is at the moment in corn, Florida super sweet corn, and a whole lot of new vines back there that they're growing grapes. That's not me. And some cucumbers on the trellises there. And here in H block, what have we got? We've got cucumbers, crystal apple cucumbers on trellis. There they are, crystal apple. What else? Kohlrabis, beautiful kohlrabis. Some broccolis, which didn't get very big. This whole area again was very weedy, and these plants had a bad start in spring as well. So yeah, these broccolis are not super happy, but we got some broccoli stalks off them. So that's broccoli, and kohlrabi. And then over here we've got tomatoes interplanted with basil. Those ones didn't do too well. These ones, I think, were from a shop. Basil's still coming through. These tomatoes are not super happy, but yeah, it's kind of the story of this garden. Eggplants, tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. What have we got down here? Zucchinis, tomatoes, parsley, and basil. This stuff was all second generation Hunting Lodge parsley and basil from saved seed from last year. More broccoli. These tomatoes have done well. We grew all these guys from seed, so they're getting there. Very late tomatoes, but there you go, some more there. And some more broccoli. Some more broccoli. Hoping that this broccoli will come through at some point. They tend to be sort of late bloomers, but when they do, they keep going for a while. And more kohlrabi. Kohlrabi. Getting a bit repetitive, isn't it? Cucumbers. More cucumbers. There's a cucumber. There it is. And some pickling onions that haven't come out yet. Pickling onions. And down here we've got some more large size onions, which will get bigger hopefully. And then in the very last block of this garden, we have some of these awesome candy striped beetroot, which there is candy striped on the inside. Golden beetroot. Where's a good golden one? There's a golden one. Yeah, there's no big specimens because we took all of them, but they were huge. And lots of lettuce, which we just broadcast sowed, and we've been thinning them out and planting them in more like regular patterns over here. And they're looking very good, and so yeah, restaurant's starting to take a lot of lettuce. Down here we've got parsnips. Parsnips that come on quite well. More red beetroot. Oh yeah. Red beets. Let's find a big one. Don't think there are any. They're all sort of medium at the moment, but there's one medium one. And another beautiful trellis made by Pete with some beautiful Andiamo bottling tomatoes on them. Wow, look at that! All grown from seed. These guys are winners on the day of the tomato competition. And there's more tomatoes here. You could use a trellis, more lettuce, another little nursery of lettuce, and heaps of corn, which has kind of not really reached as tall as it should have before it flowered. Probably because of the wind, maybe also because of the soil, lots of different reasons. It's also been battling with weeds, but sort of getting under control now. So we'll see. There's beans in there too, but you wouldn't really know because they didn't do awesomely. And then this is a wetland down here where the sprinkler has just been gushing out or something and nothing has survived except for that bit over there, which is a bit of mustard. Nice. So let's go down the bottom, have a look up at all of that, and then go visit the greenhouses. First, a little foray into our compost heap, which is actually just a pile of weeds and other rubbish at the moment. Have to figure out a good thing to do with it yet, and there's some bokashi bins from the restaurant which are waiting to get in there. What else have we got? A couple of planter boxes with some fennel to go to seed for the restaurant to collect more pollen. Asparagus that Paul Volker gave me, the asparagus root, and here it is, growing finally. And moving into the locked enclosure, we've got the nursery, which is a whole lot of tunnels, and I'll show you that in a minute. But out the back of the nursery is our dumping pile, in which we've grown a whole lot of pumpkins, which are doing pretty good. Not bad anyway. And then let's take you to the nursery itself. Let's get a good long shot. There we go, the shade house, first tunnel I built, and the hothouse that me and Jay built. So this is where everything is grown from seed. Shade house is kind of an overflow area at the moment, and where stuff goes that doesn't want to be in the full heat. Yeah, you know, seedlings. Most of this stuff is last season, it's not going to be used, like all these guys. But there's some happy looking sapote trees from Wildland Seeds, and a lot of ice cream beans from up north at Simo's old place. Our microgreens operation, not doing too well in the heat, does better at other times of the year. So we're going to see stuff, pots, you know, all of this built from recycled materials, with a fair bit of help as well from kitchen hands sometimes. And yeah, actually these two tunnels, like, all we paid for was the cloth and the plastic and the screws that hold it together, which is pretty cool. Got a timed watering system for them. And here's our beautiful hothouse, which is currently home to some kumara that doesn't need to be here anymore, but maybe we'll just overwinter it. And lots of chilies. Look at all the chilies. These are all chilies, but they haven't started producing yet, but they will. And here, temperature says that it got up to like 37 today, which is cool for this particular place. And here's greenhouse number 1 with a whole shit ton of Jerusalem artichoke growing outside. Got one row there and another row there. Whew. So that'll be fun. And you would have seen these before. smaller size maybe. Eggplants, tomatoes. This is a very unhappy greenhouse. Another not so success story. Some things are doing alright. There's tomatoes on them, but a lot of the plants are yellow and dying. This one looks great though. Yay. Looks good. Anyway, there's some interesting tomatoes. Look at those guys. There's like 100 plants in here, more, but yeah, a lot of sad stuff going on. That's alright. Close up on some cool white eggplants, golden eggplants, purple eggplants, string. And here we're approaching greenhouse number 3. Oh, heading to greenhouse number 2, you say? Well, here it is. It's actually just behind greenhouse number 3. Down here, first of all, we've got the climbing in, the tuber of which I smuggled from Australia a year and a half ago. It's climbing, as it should. Some more plumbing. Got water here. Greenhouse number 2. These tomatoes, much happier. Much happier. Not, you know, not too bad. There's some yellowing going on, but yeah, looking good. Looking good. Lots of fruit. Wow, look at all the fruit. I haven't actually been in here in a while. Wow. I mean, I feel like it's not enough, to be honest. But that's what I'm working with, you know? It's never enough. Pollinator attractors. Greenhouse number 3. Some of Mickey's new grapevines over there. I'm quite proud of the trellis system. Got some more bird netting. Put it up the sides. Put it down the middle. And so we've got all pickling cucumbers in here. And they are climbing. Climbing. This one's the winner. It's so big. Here's a pickling cucumber. You know what it's like if you've grown these. You know who you are. And we've got so many of them. It's crazy. We have to pick them every day, but it still hasn't really gotten crazy yet. But there's definitely a few. You know what I mean? And down the other side, more of the same. Hiking through some long grass to the back paddock. This is my wood chip pile. It's about half of it. Constructing the gardens. Some old grape stems from last year's grape harvest. Grape skins. Pulp, which we planted some pumpkins in. They're doing okay. But wait for it. Now here's the big compost pile that spent hours and days making with Pete, and we planted some pumpkins in here, and boy are they happy. This is rich compost. Okay, it's a bit dry at the moment on top, but it's super moist underneath, and all these pumpkins, oh my god, look at this thing. It's awesome. There's so many pumpkins. There's orange ones. There's grey ones. There's a lot of pumpkins, and they're doing really quite well. So let's turn this around. No, I don't know how. Hello. There's a couple other things I could show you, like the kitchen garden, which is all herbs, and next to the cafe I've got a series of planters, but whatever. You know, it's all green things growing out of brown things. Just life, man. Yeah. Thanks. Lots of love.